The size of operator is used to determine the size of an object. Here I have a working copy of working.cpp from chapter 6 of the exercise files. Size of is an operator. Sometimes it doesn't look like an operator because it's a word and not a symbol. But let's take a look at an example here. If I have an integer x, and I'll give it a value of 5, and I want to know how much space that takes up in bytes, I can do this. I can printf size is, and I need a LD because size of returns a type. The type that size of returns is actually called size t, and that's spelled like this. And it's typically defined as a constant unsigned integer, but it can be different things on different platforms, but it's usually an unsigned long integer. And so I can say size of and x just like that, because this is an operator, it's not a function. And now when I build and run, we see the size is 4. Size of returns a value in bytes. And so the size of an integer on this machine is 4 bytes, or 32 bits. If I want to take the size of a type or a class instead of a value, I have to put that in parentheses. So I can do it like this, and I can get the size of an integer. We'll get this warning for our unused variable there. And I build and run, and I see the size of an integer is also 4. I can define a struct or a class like this. I'm just going to do a struct in this case. Say struct x, and we'll give it a couple of ints and a couple of characters and maybe some long ints. And here I can say size of x like that and build and run, and I get 32 bytes. So even though the parentheses are optional for variables, I usually include them anyway because it just makes it clearer. I know that makes it look more like a function than an operator, but that really doesn't have any impact on the readability of the code. So I'll usually just include the parentheses just on general principle. The size of operator can be useful when you need to find out how much space is required for an object or a type.